I'm Laurie Watson. I'm the Executive Director of Women's Resources of Kawartha Lakes. Women's Resources is a not-for-profit organization that works to provide services and support to abused women and their kids. We respond to between 1,100 and 1,400 crisis phone calls in a year. 1 in every 4 women has been abused at some point in their life, either sexually abused or physically abused. Women come in fear, full of shame, full of mistrust. Everyone that they have loved has betrayed them, or it feels that they've been betrayed. It really is about creating a safe environment, creating a welcoming environment. It's not just about the locks and the security cameras, it's also about a place that feels warm, that feels inviting, that feels loving for women, and then having staff who truly listen without judgment. The staff here don't say no. They say, what can we do to help? What needs to be done? Let's pull together, let's do it. In a year, we'll work probably with 100 to 110 women in the shelter, and we'll have anywhere in any given year from 40 kids in the shelter to 70 kids in the shelter. It really just depends on the mix of kids and mums at the time.
My name is Diane Becking. I am the children's counselor here and have been since 2001.
My name is Carrie Trainer and I am the child witness and teen counselor. So I facilitate the child witness group, which runs twice a year, and I do individual counseling with teens of all genders from ages 12 to 18.
It's not usually pretty. There's the ones that stand out and then there's the ones that really stand out.
You're changing lives. I know that when my client went to the Extraordinary Women's Award and her story was read out to the room, the donors that were there, they were in awe, and they came up to her afterwards and just said, wow. It really reiterated to them what they're doing, why they're doing it. We're changing lives. I feel that we're saving lives.
We couldn't survive without our volunteers. They're really the cornerstone of the agency. We've had some volunteers that have been with us since we opened in 1992. The largest majority of our volunteers work at Vicky's Values. We have over 60 volunteers that work there.
All of the donations received by Vicky's Values are donated from our caring community. In here, this is our new accessories room. For women who are in our services and who are in need, they can shop for free at Vicky's Values. The money that we generate through the sales go through to support the vital services that we need to provide, especially for Amy's Second Step Housing Program.
There is always a lot of work to be done when women are in transition. So they have still not reached where they need to be, which is their permanent home. This is still temporary, but it's for a year. So what we encourage women to do while they're here is to take advantage of what we have to offer by way of our expertise, counseling. Also, we get food from the food bank once a month for the women. So to take advantage of all that we have to offer within this short space of time, to strengthen them to get out there in the world and do better than they were doing before.
We work with them, beside them, empowering them to do the work. We don't do it for them, we do it with them, beside them. We help them find their voice so that when they leave here, they can do that for themselves.
One of the most key elements to be able to support women and their kids is the ability to be able to have safe, affordable housing.
So how did you enjoy being here? How did you like it?
I liked it a lot because it was affordable and it was like my first home with my baby, and I don't know, he likes it and it's your own space. So, you know, you get to raise him the way you want to without any interruptions.
Now you've got housing.
Yeah, that's my next step because I wouldn't have been able to get housing or anything without being here. Before I had him, all I could afford was a room and it wasn't really suitable to have a baby in.
In a rooming house?
Yeah, I can have a baby in a rooming house, so like this ended up working out pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure nobody else wanted to hear him cry in a rooming house.
Yeah. And so what are you doing now?
Now I'm trying to pack to move into housing and getting him into daycare so I can afford college, because now I can, because I've been able to save money.
So you'll be going to college?
Yeah.
Yay.
We find creative ways to help them get to whatever their desired outcome is. So yeah, I think we change lives.
The remarkable thing to me is really to see women helping women and the strength. And I'm a firm believer now that anything can happen when women pull together helping other women, because I've seen it happen time and time again.